we were close to Andrews Memorial Hospital, and we got to Andrews, and this part I was so disappointed. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in Jamaica, but I'm disappointed in the hospital. We went to the hospital and rushed to emergency, get inside, and I felt so good when I got inside because the first person I saw was somebody that I knew. Somebody that I knew. It was a classmate from high school, and she was like, "Oh my God, hi Mary, what you doing here?" And I said to her, I was like literally shaking. I said to her, "I think my baby's..."
Wagwan. Wagwan. What's up? Glassy
Hi
girl.
babes, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, you guys. We are coming on to give you guys Sarah's 4 months update.
Hello.
Come say hello. Take your time.
Hello.
Alright, go pack up your room.
And when I finish, I'm going to come to do the video.
Okay, go.
You have to pack everything properly.
You guys, we're coming on to give you Sarah's 4-month update and to tell you guys about something that happened on vacation that you guys have no idea about. I think a few of you guys have idea about it because I did mention it at the Jamaica meet and greet, but otherwise from that you guys don't have a clue what I'm talking about. So me and Babe just gonna chit chat and let you guys know how Sarah is doing at 4 months old. Right, Sarah? Come play.
Yeah, continue.
So Sarah turned 4 months yesterday. Yesterday my girl is officially 4 months.
And now
Big 4 months. Let's show face you. Big 4 months. Big 4 months. Yeah, big 4 months.
Yeah, so she hold her head now.
Oh yeah, long time.
Don't need to hold her hair.
You mean she don't need to hold her head?
Her head.
Sarah is grabbing and holding things by herself. If something is beside her and she wants to pick it up, she can now pick it up and hold it by herself. She is teething badly. She's drooling like crazy. She's teething like, guys, like I was telling you guys before the battery died, Sarah is teething. She's teething a lot, and that makes her very, very, very miserable. And sometimes because she's teething so bad, she doesn't want to suck the breast because I think the nipple is so soft. But if you give her the bottle, she sucks it, I guess, because the nipple of the bottle she kind of get to rub her gum on it, so she feel better. But yeah, she's teething and she is a daddy's girl. Let me tell you guys something about this girl. She'll be crying because of teething or whatever is going on with her, and I can't calm her down. And once she sees her papa or give her to Babe, and she calm down immediately. She have nothing to do with me apart from sucking my breast. I'm just kidding. But yeah, she's a daddy's girl. Babe have this French song that he sing to Sarah. If she crying and he starts singing that song, Sarah just zen, calm as can be.
That's a process. I mean, it's not the songs pop up. Is since she's a baby, I used to sing her this song, so it's like she...
You mean since she was younger?
Yeah.
Not since she was a baby, since she was younger.
Since she was younger, so now she just... It's like the song calm her down because...
But if I sing the song, it doesn't work.
Your voice!
What you trying to say? My voice rusty?
No, it's just she get used to my voice. I think if you get a Jamaican song and you do the same, but don't choose like popcorn or this type of song, but a Jamaican song, then that can work.
Anyway, you guys, as you guys can see how calm she's a daddy's girl all day, every day. Sometimes when I can't calm her down, I'm just happy that Babe's there, and I said, honey, can you take her for a minute? And he take her and she just stopped crying. Laid down on her stomach and play with her water play mat. And she plays with just about anything. This is one of her favorite things, to go under and catch after these things. So she loves doing that. As you guys can see, she's eating her fingers right now. She eats her fingers sometime until they shrivel up because they're wet, and because of her mouth she just keeps chewing on them. And if you give her teething ring, she don't want it. And her doctor haven't prescribed the gel, as I know some countries use gel. I don't think they use gel in France. She's teething, and right now sometimes I feel so helpless. The next thing about Sarah is that Sarah still solely breastfeeds. When we were in Jamaica, rewinding back to what I tell you, what happened in Jamaica that you guys didn't see or we didn't talk about. When we were leaving France to go on vacation, we bought a box of a big jar of formula to carry for her from here in France, because of course you guys know that I went to Jamaica for a wedding, and then when I'm doing my bridesmaid duty, then Babe would have her, and for the bridal shower night Babe would have her, and
I'm comfortable with her, but there's one thing that I can't do
is breastfeed, of course. So I was pumping, I had my pump and I was pumping, but of course I like to prepare ahead of time for just about anything. So we buy the formula and carry it, saying that, okay, what if something just to happen and I don't have enough milk and I have to leave her? Let's have the formula just in case. We were in Jamaica one day and I said, you know what, since we're home for the day, let's give her the formula to see how she takes it and how she'll adjust to it, because she's a baby that she takes everything. She don't have a problem adjusting to bottle, to adjust to anything at all. So I said, all right, let me make 4 ounces of it, give her, and see what would happen, how she take it. Make 4 ounces, give her, and we were so excited giving her the bottle to the point where
she drink it all.
She was drinking it off
easily. She drink it in no time. She was even holding the bottle by herself.
Till we were even filming it, how excited we were, because she was holding the bottle by herself and she drank it off completely, and we're like, yay, good girl.
Take it well, but why throw it?
But then after a few minutes, like about 5-10 minutes after, I look at her and she looked very uncomfortable, like something's wrong with her. And then I look at her face and I said to Babe, were these bumps on Sarah's face all day? And Babe were like, not so sure. I'm like, no, these weren't on her. And by the time I'm to say that, her entire face and her body were full with hives from head to toe. She were having an allergic reaction. I ran upstairs, take off her clothes, and just to see what was going on, she was fussing and she was crying, and I keep patting her back because at this point she didn't burp as yet, and you could see that she was very uncomfortable. She was trying to, it's like she was trying to burp and she couldn't, and I keep patting her back, patting her back, patting her back, and I got a little tense. I wouldn't say scared, but a little tense, and I called my friend Chanel from downstairs, and I called Babe, and they all ran upstairs, and we were there trying to get her to come around until she started to kind of like be pale, if you see what I mean. I wouldn't say change color, but she just started to be pale, and you could see that it's like she were trying to say, Mama, help me, but she can't talk, but you were trying to get your attention to something. And I keep patting her back until she vomit. She vomit on the ground, vomit a lot. It's like she vomit everything that she drank from the bottle, and then after she vomit, she just limp, like she literally, like she lifeless. And I was like, oh my God, I don't like how this look. Chanel, jump in the car, we're going to the hospital right now. and Chanel grabbed her keys. We didn't even change. I was in my bed slipper, my house slippers and my house dress, and babe grabbed her bag, because her bag's always packed online around the house somewhere. Babe grabbed her bag. Of course, I have her in my hand at this point. We jump in the car, and this was like about 7 going on to 8 o'clock at night. We were close to Andrews Memorial Hospital, and we got to Andrews, and this part I was so disappointed. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed in Jamaica, but I'm disappointed in the hospital. We went to the hospital and rushed to emergency, get inside, and I felt so good when I got inside, because the first person I saw was somebody that I knew. Somebody that I know, it was a classmate from high school, and she was like, "Oh my God, hi Mary, what you doing here?" And I said to her, I was like literally shaking. I said to her, "I think my baby is having a allergic reaction to a formula I just give her." And she had another lady that was standing there said, "I am so sorry, we don't look after newborns. You have to go to another hospital." Listen, I was pissed. Like, if you cut me, you couldn't see any blood. When I said the baby's in my hand, she's not even crying, she just limp. What I'm saying is that even if the hospital don't look after newborns with such a seriousness of a situation, they couldn't just look at the baby and say, okay, she's fine, she's stabilized, just move on to the place that take care of her. They didn't even look at her, nothing. They just said to me, "I'm sorry, we don't look after newborns, you have to go somewhere else." And I literally just run back out the hospital and jump back into the car, and we were so confused at this point. Chanel was on the phone with her friends trying to get us somewhere and trying to ask advice what to do. It was just crazy. It was a moment, to say the least. It was a moment, and Chanel's friend called and said we were to go to Yui, and she said it was definitely an allergic reaction. Tyler, stop doing that. You already playing with your sister?
Yes.
Okay. She said she confirmed that it was definitely an allergic reaction, see that it was her first time having formula. So you guys, Tyler is right beside the camera acting a fool with Sarah.
A monkey.
See Sarah.
Big monkey.
Sarah is looking at him. Don't come in the frame. Stay right there. Stay right there and play with her. So we actually was on our way to UWI, but when we were on our way to UWI, she fell asleep within all this time that's everything happening. She fell asleep, and then she woke up and she looked at me. She wake up, look at me, and she went like this. She gave me the biggest, brightest smile. So at this point, oh, what's wrong? At this point, I know she was coming back around and she was gonna be okay. And by the time we were to pass back the house where we stayed, I realized that all the hives that were on her was literally gone. So I said, you know what, if I take her to you, she won't get through until like in the morning. So we decided that, Tyler, stop. No noise, just play. So we decided that we're gonna go back to the house with her, sleep, get some rest, watch her until morning, and then if nothing changed until morning, we'd take her back. Would take her to UE at this time. But throughout the night she fell asleep and she slept well. She woke up twice and she had breast, and by morning everything was gone. The hives were gone. She was back playing to her old self. It was as if nothing happened that night. So for now she has to breastfeed. We came back to France and we bought a different formula and tried it with her.
I have to say first that at the hospital they give us little bottle
when she was born.
When she was born, that she takes. It's like formula, I don't know
right.
what specific.
Yeah.
We gave it to her several times. We only have one bottle remain, and that's something that she takes and everything perfect.
Right.
So
we give her that formula before we came home from the hospital, and we give it to her since we got home from the hospital.
So it was the same brand that didn't work.
It was the same brand
so
we took
wanted
to Jamaica.
To take the same brand again, but exactly the same model. I don't know how to say that.
The same brand.
We decided to get exactly the same one. To get exactly the same one than the down the little bottle with a little hope that this one will work. Well, I didn't have much hope, but obviously you have a lot of hope.
You didn't?
I said
But
much
why
hope.
you would have much hope and it's the same bottle of the
Well,
little
but for me it
bottle?
was similar.
That doesn't make no sense.
So, well, we try, and it was a time when she didn't want it. We just make the bottle ready, give it to her, but she didn't want the passy. So she just take.
She didn't want the bottle.
She didn't want the bottle, so she just take.
Finish.
She just took just a little tip, but this little tip was enough to start some
Break her
bombs.
out again.
So it was a good thing that it
reaction.
was just a little bit.
Right.
But well, now we have a formula with us.
So the formula
She
we got
don't-
since we got back to France, it, like Babe says, just a little bit she took, and we start noticing the same breakouts on her again. So she have her 4 months check coming up this week. So we definitely will have to talk to her doctor about it. However, I'm producing enough breast milk, but I just want to have at least something, you know, for emergency, or at some point
Because
she's
she don't
gonna
like formula, but she won't stick with your breast forever. So I don't know.
Right.
Soon, I think she'll be able to eat
Yeah, she'll be able
different
to have
food, solid food, but
she just turned 4 months, so within the 4 months she'll have.
she will need
solid.
substitute milk at a point.
Right.
So I don't know.
We'll have to talk to her doctor about
Maybe
it
a
and
different
see.
brand, maybe a
Maybe.
different type.
Right.
So well, we're gonna talk to the doctor this
And
week
we'll
see.
definitely give you guys updates to see how that goes. But as you guys can see right now, she normally goes to sleep at about 8. She normally get her bath at 8. Since I got back from vacation, I'm trying to give her her bath at 8. But she's a little bit stuffy tonight. I won't give her no bath, and it's just a little bit after 8, and so she's going to sleep. So let's see how long. I don't think she's gonna sleep for long though, because she's not changed or nothing. Anyway, you guys, so that's that where Sarah and feeding is concerned. What else she's been doing during 4 months? Her brother, of course, is her #1 clown. I mean that in a good way. He entertains her non-stop and she loves every minute of it. Sarah just giggle and tell her act a fool. And like I said, when she sees her papa, she just lock eyes and blush. But yeah, that's just about it with Sarah.
She traveled well.
Oh yes,
She
she's a
traveled
little
well.
traveler. When we take the plane to go, you didn't even know she was on the flight, but to come back,
It was a little bit
it
harder.
was a little bit rougher
but
to
it
come
was
back.
like 3, 4, 5 kids together. They put all of the babies, all of the
Yeah, but I also
toddler
think
together,
that Sarah
and
cries because her teeth
also
teething.
working.
So I don't think it's because of the traveling while she was crying when we were coming back, but because her teething. So she did well. Otherwise, she's such a good traveler, and we're looking forward to more trips. Yeah, Sarah is 4 months and she took how many planes so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One
She
trip.
took 5 planes, so she's a good girl. Anyway, you guys, I think that's it for Sarah 4 months update. She's growing. She's a big girl. I'm not sure how much she weighs right now, but after her 4 months appointment, then I'll tell you guys in the 5-month update how much she's weighed and stuff like that. Anyway, you guys, so that's it for Sarah 4-month update and what happened in Jamaica that you guys didn't see or we didn't talk about during the vlogs. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's a sit down. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you are new, catch up and keep up with the fam, and we'll see you guys
Tomorrow.